Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final episode of Pokemon Emerald. And in this part, we are going to face off against the champion, or should I say, the extra boss, Steven Stone. Now, we went through an extensive anime training arc, which is why everybody's at level 81. Now, here's the problem. We're capped. We capped with the Elite Four. So, it is what it is. We're gonna have to face off against Steven. And this time, we're gonna be using Max Repels. That way we will be able to... Actually, no, let's get this right here. This is where the Moonstone is, by the way. We're gonna be using Max Repels, so that way we'll be able to traverse the Meteor Falls without having to run into any Pokemon, because again, my Pokemon capped. Oh, and even worse, I put the Pokemon who had the experience share, which was, if I'm not mistaken, Slacking. He had the experience share last, and I put him in a box. So, we don't have experience share, so, again, my team capped. Even so, we can actually talk to these people, because after all, I already battled them. Yes, I only made it so far and I battled them. But up to this point will be level 30 Pokemon. And since I've already battled them the first time, now this is a rematch, they've gotten stronger. It does not matter. I'm going to do some serious damage to them. And here's the thing. The Metachap will spam Protect. The Hariyama will just be a menace. But seeing as how we're 40 levels over, it doesn't really matter. We're going to completely take down every last person that stands in our way. 40 to 41 levels over, but still. It does not matter. Oh wait, I think I might not know how to count. I meant to say we were, if I'm not mistaken, 43. We are actually 42 levels over. That's what I meant to say. And Hariyama's like 43 levels over. But whatever the case... No, 40 levels, that's what I meant to say. Okay, enough math. I'm tired. I just want to get this gen done. Because everything I went through, everything, even the fact that my computer went and did a factory reset on itself, but somehow Gen 3 survived. Everything I went through, it culminates up to this. And now, before we even take care of Steven, who is in this cave, we have the Dragon Tamer. And Dragon Tamer Nicholas, this is the first battle with him, will have Altaria. The second battle, he'll have Altarias. And the third and any subsequent battle after that, he will have Altarias and a Shelgon. It doesn't really matter because we are going to win anyway. Even with the fact that I have low health. Because we are almost near Steven. All we have to do is just jump a few ways. This is the only guy literally standing in my way from getting to Steven. He has another Altaria, and I'm just going to use mine to annihilate his. Yeah, that's pretty much the reverse of me being against the Elite Four. And for the record, you probably have to be in tip-top shape in order for you to, one, not only survive, but two, manage to get to him. So, with that said, now that we took care of this dragon Tamer, now the Dragon Tamer will have his phone number in our Pokénav. And we no longer have to worry about that Pokénav again, because once we go down, this is going to be the end. We just need to go up this way and go into this cave right here. This is where Steven is located. And all the Pokemon that are here are going to be above the 30s and close to the 40s. But that still isn't enough to compensate the fact we're going to have to fight against Steven. Gen 3 fails miserably at that. And he's in this corner right here. So with that said, unless you got your ducks in a row, this is going to be one hell of a fight. And you wonder why I went through this anime arc? Real simple. Steven's Pokemon are between 70 and 78. Much like with Red from Pokemon Silver. So yeah, he's also got more Pokemon. Specifically, 3 more Pokemon, considering you had a 3-on-3 tag battle with him, and he only had Skarmory, Metang, and he also had, I'm trying to remember which other one he had. Aggron, yes. Well, actually, Lairon. The Lairon and the Metang both evolved. And of course, he's going to start off with Skarmory. It doesn't matter, because if you use electric type attacks, you'll take down Skarmory easily. And prevent Skarmory from doing this. I should have done that sooner. I should have used Manectric instead, but it doesn't matter. Swampert is going to pretty much sweep most of the team. Not all of them. Because there's one member of the team that is a pain in the butt to deal with. The Credilli. No, Credillis are not good, and my god, my Xbox actually automatically started on its own. My bad. This thing is possessed. It just wants to be started. I don't know why. But we are pretty much sweeping Aggron, and he was part of the meta, and I just swept him easily. And speaking of the devil, here's the Credilli. Oh, and now we're about to pull some really ridiculous bullshit. And by bullshit, I mean try to make him waste his full restores, because Steven has 4 full restores on the ready. So if you don't one-shot the Pokemon, well, guess what? You are in for a serious world of hurt. Because that Credilli will also try to ingrain, confuse your confuse your Pokemon, and then drain it while gaining life back, undoing all the damage that you are going to do to it unless you hit it with a fire type move. Or even an ice type move. But rock type moves actually were, oh god, there's a confuse ray. God damn it. Of course, because I can't have anything nice. I have to get dizzy. I have to go to sleep. Hell, there was one point where I had to be frozen. It just cannot go my way for some reason. But even if I do harm to Credilli, guess what? Steven has, well, taught a Giga Drain, and Steven himself will be on the ready to heal Credilli right before it passes away. And then there's Ingrain. So yeah, the Credilli is unnecessarily annoying. But, to be fair, I brought that on myself by not using a flying type to get rid of Altaria in the first place. And I have one of them on my goddamn team. This is going to be... Well, this isn't going to last any longer. Because I think Hariyama may end up being defeated. In fact, here it is right now. Normally fighting would not actually hurt, but critical hit and Hariyama is down. Well, that just leaves only one thing. I'm gonna go on ahead and spam Heihachi. Now I know this is going to be boring because you're sick and tired of seeing this Altaria dominate everything, but that's about to change real quickly. And that Fire Blast did a wonderful job. It almost took him down. It'll try to make you forget about one special thing. That is a Pokemon with a gym bag. A gym leader, or actually a champion, one of the two. They're gonna have items, and it's not gonna be pretty. Well, there's Steeple with the full restore, and I told you it's not gonna be pretty. And I don't have a full restore either, so I'm in dire straits. At least we know that I can actually chip its health because it's super effective. But still, this is going to be annoying. And the only way to stop him is to freeze him. And unfortunately, we are going to be here for a little while. Crap. And it landed critical, I think. Well, this is something. Credilli is actually going to be gaining special attack, defense, and attack. And he's still absorbing seeds or nutrients to the roots. Whatever the case, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, Diuretic. It's a killer. But, anyway, we're about to try to pull a somewhat pro-gamer move. And I say somewhat, because I'm going to be using Dragon Dance. Yeah, this whole entire song and dance look familiar. It's pretty much the Elite Four. Yeah, Credilli's gonna hit me really, really hard with a critical hit. But that's okay. I have an Ice Beam and I know how to use it. Let's hope for the best that it gets frozen. Please get frozen. Yes! And with that, the menace has been put down. All I have to do is just keep spamming Ice Beam and we're good to go, because I don't think Credilli gets super effective damage from Fly because it's part rock. But it still takes Ice Beam damage, so that's a good thing. And also, I think it takes damage from water. But it didn't matter, because at the end of the day, Credilli is going down. And Credilli cannot actually do a thing. And that surprised me that Steven didn't use a full restore right then and there, because if he did, he would have probably saved Credilli and wiped out my whole team. Nonetheless, once Credilli is down, I'm wiping out his whole team, plain and simple. That anime training arc finally came full circle. Whew! That takes care of Credilli, and now the rest of the team are about to go down in a complete and total sweep. Well, it's not really a complete and total sweep. We lost Hariyama, but still. Ah, goddamn spikes. Anyway, here's what we're gonna do. Water Pulse. And once we hit him with that, that's the end of Claydol. Using that Credilli cheese just so you can actually wipe out the entirety of the team. Bull crap. So with that said, next up is Armaldo. I'm going to pretty much destroy the rest of the team. Well, their team. The only reason why I got Camera upped is just in case Credilli wiped out my entire team, Camera Up could pick up the slack, even though it's part ground. Yeah, Camera Up would also probably... No, actually no, Camera Up wouldn't actually be destroyed like talked about it. No, actually yeah, it would, because after all, the Claydol. But Armaldo, that basically warranted Steven to have to use a full restore. But that's okay. He's only got 4, and I made him use 3. He tries to use 1 more, and I'm pretty much won this whole entire battle. Yep, there he goes. Steven used up all of his full restores. And now, the sweep begins. Ah, it doesn't feel too good, does it, Gen 3? Spamming full restores and constantly using healing items to try to ruin someone's hopes of beating you. Well, guess what? Now that you're about to be swept, it's over. And now for the main event, Metagross. And guess what? The only thing Metagross has is Clear Body. It doesn't have Levitate. Thank God Almighty. So one Earthquake could take Metagross down right then and there. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end. Oh God, it survived by 1. Okay. Okay. And it has a Citrus Berry. It's not gonna save it. That's not gonna save it, because guess what? Steven used up all of its full restores. He's done. And that is the end of Pokemon Emerald, ladies and gentlemen. There's no credits after this. This was a bonus fight. But Steven is down. And one anime training arc makes a difference. 2 of them makes you ridiculously overpowered. And you know what? I don't care if I'm ridiculously overpowered, because this gen deserves to be completely humiliated. And for the record, the only reason why Steven was at 74 to 78, because they tried so hard to emulate what was actually good in Gen 2, only to make the same mistake in Gen 2 and have a terrible leveling curve. Because every Pokemon you face in that cave, if I wasn't using a Mega Repel, so let me try to calm down here. If I wasn't using a Mega Repel, Max Repel, that's what I meant to say. Every Pokemon in that cave was between level 16 and level 35. There was no Pokemon higher than that, and that does not make up for the level curve. In fact, the only thing that does is completely trashing the Elite Four, and you have to wait until the gyms reopen, starting with Petalburg, in order for you to get rematches with the gym leaders. So basically, you had the Elite Four to deal with. And they know that the level curve was bad, because they just practically made the Frontier Brains copy whatever level you have. So even at the level lower at 30, it doesn't matter. The Frontier Brains are still challenging. And that's basically fake difficulty. By the way, we go to Steven's house after we defeat either the Elite Four or Steven. Doesn't matter, we get a Beldum. And that Beldum is the only way you're going to get a Metagross in this game. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, my final thoughts. I've already said it. Fuck this gen. This gen is busted. Everything wrong with every other gen started here. But every other gen actually gets better until Gen 7's Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Then it starts getting worse. But nonetheless, we're done with Gen 3. Next time we come in the neighborhood of Pokemon, it will be Gen 4. But the next playthrough that's going to start on Wednesday will be Konosuba Verdia's Revenge. See you guys next time. Also, thank you for putting up with me, because after all, I seriously don't like this gen. Well, now I'm signing off. Thanks everyone for watching Pokemon Emerald.